Alrighty, welcome, fellow watchers or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. This is a new what if I made a while back, and I should have recorded it a while back, but I didn't. And it's what if Deku was the son of Demitri and Morrigan? Yes, I know this is a fucking Alucard from Castlevania, whatnot. But I need to stop saying whatnot. I keep saying that. But yeah, this is basically Alucard. So where we start off, and where we start, I mean, this is Alucard, but I mean, no, this is Deku. This is Deku, not Alucard. I mean, it's Alucard, but for this what if, this is Deku. So anyway, we're gonna start this what if in the Darkstalkers universe with another fight between Demitri and Morrigan. Demitri and Morrigan, just to let you give y'all history whatnot. Morrigan is supposed to be the leader of the whatever place she's in and whatnot. And Demitri wanted to be the leader and whatnot, so he considered her a rival and everything. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny if you think about it, that Morrigan not only took the top position in that place, and took the top position in that whatever place they came from. I guess let's just say the underworld or whatever. I know it's not called the underworld, but let's just say that she pretty much took not only took leadership as the top leader of the underworld, she literally took the position of the most popular character in Darkstalkers. That was actually supposed to go to Demitri, but it went right to Morrigan. So he pretty much took the title and the mascot, and she became so popular that she's gotten better than her own series. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's besides the point. With all this fighting between them, eventually Morrigan here, kind of got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a grown, she's a grown woman. She ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And she felt like settling down. Not a Morrigan thing at all. I mean, honestly, you never know what the fuck she wants in life. She's not really, she's not bad or anything like that. She's not evil or anything, but you never know what she wants in life. But in this what if, she wants to settle down. Settle down with, someone strong. And the only one who can, can't really match her is, Demitri. And, Demitri, still on his bullshit, whatnot. So Morrigan decides to, make a deal with him. And she basically said, if we were to marry, whatnot, and have a child, you will technically be the king of whatever the fuck I rule. And I will be your queen. And Demitri, you know what I'm saying? Agrees to this, because he's sort of tired of getting his ass whooped by Morrigan and whatnot. Because Morrigan's, I think she's like really powerful, like extremely, like so powerful that like her whatever demon dad had to literally cut her power in half. No, not even in half. He literally cut that junk twice. he literally took like 2/4 of her powers away. He felt that, this would literally, destroy her. That's crazy. You so strong, your daddy had to handicap your ass. And she only got some of that power back when the dad, I think he passed away or whatever. And what was left of that, the other power, was eventually, it grew its own conscious and basically became Lilith. Became Lilith. And hold on, hang on. Let me find y'all. Right here. This is Lilith, brought her up because not most people know about Darkstalkers or whatnot. So, I just wanted to give y'all an idea who Lilith is. And, this is basically her. She's the other half of Morrigan's power that, grew a conscious. And that dude, Jada, I'm not going to go find a picture of it. I should have been better prepared for this if I'm going to explain this shit. But, fuck, I'm not going to find. Screw that. I'm not. You look him up. You look up Jada. Jetta basically gave gave her form, gave like form or some shit or her body, and that's basically it. And Morrigan eventually, well, on one of the stories, I mean, there's many stories, but one of the stories, eventually Morrigan and Lilith became one, and Morrigan became a lot more cheerful or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She became herself. And, technically, Lilith isn't completely gone. She's still a part of Morrigan, you know what I'm saying? She's still, a part of her. She's still there, you know what I'm saying? But, anyway. So, basically that happened, whatnot. Demitri agreed with the terms of Morrigan, and basically, they marry, and they, finally, have a kid, which is, Deku, whatnot, and who you see right here. So, think of a much younger, Alucard. And, that's basically Deku right there, as you see on the screen. So I'm gonna just let y'all imagination go wild or whatever. Because, no reason for me to explain it, because, explain it too much, because, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So, as our boy Deku is, growing up as a, half vampire, half succubus, two of the most sort of, romance type creatures in, as we know it, combine into one. So, I won't go too crazy with it, but I won't go too crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like fucking, I'm not gonna make like Deku gonna be fucking every girl around the world, because, that's a little crazy for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep up with that, and I barely know all the females in my hero. And I do need to, do that, because I can't really go any further with my hero where it is that much if I don't know what's going on. The most I know is like around when Overhaul happened or some shit in Erie and all that jazz. And I really need to look at a timeline of how things went in order. Yeah, I need to do that. But anyway, as you know, Deku is growing up. He's been being taught by not both Dimitri and again with with their fighting skills and all and strength and whatnot, and learning their badass techniques and everything. And Deku's not gonna have a sword. You know what I'm saying? Morgan and Dimitri don't use swords. They use their fist or whatnot, and it's that's pretty fun. So yeah, as Deku is growing up, becoming stronger, whatnot. Morgan has been telling Deku about the human world, because Morgan goes to the human world a lot. In canon, in the canon series, she goes to the human world a lot. I'm not gonna explain this shit. I'm gonna act like as if you know about Darkstalkers, and if you don't, fuck's wrong with you? So yeah, I'm just gonna act like y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah. So yeah, Morgan tells Deku, about the human world and the interesting things has been happening or whatnot. And I said whatnot. I said it again. I keep saying that. That's gonna get annoying. It's annoying me. But anyway. She tells, Deku about, heroes. I was just about to say whatnot. She tells Deku about heroes. Heroes. Because, Morgan is actually already a hero in the human world. She's the number 2 hero, bumping Endeavor down to number 3. Because Morgan most definitely could have been, number 1, since she's, a bit stronger. But, seeing that her superhero outfit is, a bit too revealing, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what? Yeah. As you can see, if anybody who needed an idea of what technically her costume would technically look like, as you can see, it's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? Not. I mean, it might be kind of a problem if Morgan is, the number 1 hero and has that kind of influence, you know what I'm saying? So, they had to, pick All Might. Even though she's, stronger or whatnot. And I don't know how physically stronger how she is, but with all those powers or whatnot, and technically not being a human or whatnot, I said it twice. I said whatnot twice. I told myself I wasn't gonna say it, and I just said it. But not being human or whatever. I would assume she's, would be strong, which I already explained that she is extremely powerful. So anyway, and to explain how Deku looks, he has this outfit or whatnot. He doesn't have the sword, and his hair, let's say it's brown like his father, Dimitri. And he does have those, bat wings that on his head like his mother. So yeah, I hope this junk's recording. Get this junk out of my face, yo. I'll watch it later. Okay, it's recording. That's good. So anyway, so yeah. So anyway, as Morgan is the second, this the second number second hero, second number two hero, whatnot. She still gets a lot of attention, especially from a bunch of especially from most of the males, and especially male heroes or whatnot. I said it again. I said it again. I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I did it. I hate myself. But anyway, but anyway, you know, most of the male heroes are kind of a little jealous of Demitri that he was able to score someone like Morgan and Demitri, and they don't even know who Demitri is. He's not like a hero or anything like that. He just so it seems like some random dude that just popped out of nowhere. That is more and that is Morgan's husband. You know what I'm saying? Melodramatic heroes are sad. It's like what is she see in him that don't see in me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny, and it's just ridiculous and whatnot. I said it. I did it again. Oh my gosh. Will I ever get through one what if where I don't say whatnot? I don't think I'll ever do. That's probably gonna be my fucking catchphrase and put it on shirts and shit. I hope not. That'd be stupid. But anyway, Deku, interested in this, hero business or whatnot, wants to be a hero, and also wants to, surpass his mom and become the number one hero. And Morgan happy to see that Deku takes interest in this, taking interest in this. I take an interest in this. Decides to put him in a school in the human world. Which school is? Well, it's the same school with Todoroki and Ida and Momo and them. I mean, I don't know if they went to the same school, but you know what I'm saying. But seeing that they are usually I think they're from rich families or whatnot. I guess. I mean, why not? I mean, why the fuck not? So Deku he's though the human world, he doesn't care that much for most humans, and he's a bit prideful, and he refused to wear any type of any clothing made on Earth. He only wears clothing that are he only wears this type of clothing or whatnot. I did it. I did it. Oh, the funny thing is I never say whatnot when I'm talking as a regular person, but it's just these what if. It's these what if that whatnot just comes out of nowhere. And I'm not fucking saying it out of saying whatnot smart and all that shit. I'm only saying it. I'm only literally saying it so I can buy myself some time to think of what else I want to put in this what if, like I'm doing now. Muttering about and complaining about me saying whatnot, so I can think about what I want to do with Deku in this fucking what if. I think that's what all what ifers do when they ramble, because they can't think. Because I feel that we can't think of we're trying to think of what we want to do with Deku, so we just start rambling. While we're rambling about random shit, we're just thinking about what we can do with Deku. And the only time we ever finally think about, oh, I get it, we go back to saying the what if. like I'm doing now. So, so Deku, refusing to, wear the school uniform, wearing this, only wears this to, to the school or whatnot. Oh my gosh! And our boy, he pretty much gets, gawked at by almost all of the girls. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he's half vampire, half succubus. Demitri and Morrigan. Demitri might not be the prettiest man in the world, but he's pretty decent. And you can tell that Deku gets his looks from his mother, clearly, who is a succubus. So they're meant to be beautiful. And Deku is half succubus. So he's meant to be beautiful. And Demitri is a vampire. So Deku's meant to be alluring. This dude pretty much the best of both worlds. And you're probably saying that, hey, Deku's a vampire, whatnot. How the fuck is he, in the sun or whatnot? And whatnot. And did you notice that you just said whatnot twice while making fun of our voices, you idiot? Yes, I did say that. And, well, I'll explain it. I'll explain it. I could either say that, since he's half succubus, it doesn't, he doesn't have to, have the weaknesses of vampires. And technically, Demitri already found a way to stay in the sunlight, without, dying. It is thanks to that aura around him is where is how he's able to stay in that in the sunlight. That aura, as you see on his sprite when you're playing the games or not. As you're playing the games as Demitri, that aura, that's basically that junk is basically protects him from the sunlight, where he doesn't get killed. So you can either take both of those ideas. I'm going to take those ideas and pretty much, have that. But the aura only comes around when Deku gets pissed. So, as, Deku is, as he's, in the class, a few years, let's say he's like 13, what? 13. Todoroki, Ida does not care for Deku at all, because he feels that he's just a major distraction for half the class. Because most of the girls want to be with him, and most of the guys want to beat him up. Deku has the attitude of usually has the attitude of Demitri, just keeps to himself, doesn't really care. But when it comes to females, he's cheerful and all that type, kind of like Morrigan. And he technically can't really help himself being half succubus. He's meant to be to allure those of the opposite sex. Morrigan does that, so technically Deku does it too. Not on purpose. Morrigan doesn't really do it on purpose either, but it's the fact that she's a succubus, so she's meant to be extremely beautiful, so she can't really help it. And Deku is half succubus, so he's meant to be extremely beautiful, and he can't help that. So it's usually, most of it in the class, most of the time, it's usually, either just getting, irritated with Deku Deku, but he can't really do anything about it, especially not what happened last time. What he saw, last time. What happened last time? Well, I'll tell you. Well, it's when Todoroki, he doesn't, he doesn't, he sees how Deku acts and whatnot. He sees how Deku acts. Deku acts, and sort of, somewhat, self-righteous and everything, but not, too self-righteous, but it seems to, irritate Todoroki to where it gets to a point where Todoroki wants to fight Deku, because he feels that if he puts Deku in his place, it won't be anything. He can't even think of a problem with Deku, and I'm saying that because I can't think of a problem with Deku. He just wants to assert his authority over somebody. I mean, he basically does that with he does that with the whole class, not forcing anything on him. They just, they automatically think, he's amazing, whatever. Because, he's a son of Endeavor, and they all think he's, going to be a great hero. But, most of that attention is going to a Deku, and though Todoroki is not much of a attention hog. Not much of an attention hog. It does sort of irritates him. So Todoroki asked Deku for a fight, and Deku is like Deku's like, okay, why not? And most of the girls that are around him pretty much saying it's like, don't fight him. He has an extremely powerful quirk with his ice. It's dangerous. I don't think you want to face him. And Deku's like, just walking away, ignoring and whatnot, and just leaving the classroom. And for some reason, the girl he ignored, for some reason thought that was even cooler, and that just started blinking even harder. Because she thought it was like really cool. Freaking Ida, got irritated about that, whatever. So everybody went to see this, fight happening outside in the middle of class, mind you. And the teachers, for some reason allowing this, because Todoroki is the second. He's not even the second. It's the third place. I totally forgot that Morrigan's the second. What's his face hero, and people know that Deku is Morrigan's son, and Morrigan's son or whatnot, and they do know of Morrigan's strength or whatever, but they don't see Deku, do much with his quirk. Is like, unlike where everybody show off their quirk, Deku doesn't really show off any of his powers. So most of the guys and Todoroki think he just have good looks and a weak quirk, even though he technically is quirkless. He doesn't have a quirk. He's a succubus and vampire. So they went to the fight, and Todoroki throws an ice blast, and Deku dodges by turning into a bunch of bats. Kind of freaks out Todoroki because he was not expecting that. And Todoroki, I mean, Deku form that's back to his regular form behind Todoroki, kicks Todoroki in the back, sending him flying, hitting the ground. And, that pisses off Todoroki, so he goes in another ice blast that, you know, was almost about to, hit a girl, hit somebody, but before that, Deku hit that ice blast with a soul fist. Yeah, that's one of Morrigan's, her regular moves, pretty much like her Hadoken. You know what I'm saying? But it's called Soul Fist. So shooting that up at the ice blast, destroying it complete, and making it, rain down snow over Deku, as Deku, just stares at that Todoroki with his cape flapping in the wind that isn't even blowing right now, and snow particles flying around him, making him look even more badass, which pisses off Todoroki even more. And before Todoroki can do anything, Deku hits him with fire. That's one of Dimitri's thing, and I think it's like a fireball with a bat inside of it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It could just be like a regular fireball, but I think it's like a fireball with a bat inside of it. I don't know. It's been a long time I played Darkstalkers, and I pretty much had Darkstalkers when the original PSP literally came out. So you can probably tell how long it's been since I played, Darkstalkers. But, of course I remember that series because I freaking loved it. It was so different. Darkstalkers, so different from any other fighting game. And I'm kind of irritated that it, didn't get. I mean, it does have a cult following, but it's nowhere as big as Street Fighter or anything like that. But it's so good with using and unique characters. With characters with you're familiar with the Frankenstein and Dracula and all that, Swamp Man and all that jazz. So many interesting characters. Darkstalkers is fun. I really recommend that series. I really do. But anyway, Deku hitting Todoroki with that fire bat or whatever, you know, making him fall back, and seeing that fire really pisses off Todoroki, because he just believes that all fire users are evil and whatever shit. So he just hates Deku even more. So Todoroki basically gets his ass whooped, and they take him to the clinic, and everybody cheers Deku, and Deku's like, yeah, whatever. So let's say time skip to I don't know when he's like 15 or 14, where the beginning of the anime or whatever, where the teacher comes in with the papers and all, and asks pretty much it's similar to where Bakugo school or whatever, but it's similar to that, where the teacher comes with the papers and all, and we already know y'all want to be heroes or whatever, and heroes and whatever, and I know a few of you want to go to UA, and total and everybody. The teacher pretty much said, we also have recommendations for UA for Todoroki, Momo, Yazurozu, Ida. Did Ida get a recommendation? I don't think he had a recommendation. So scratch that. Not Ida. And Deku, but Deku says, pretty much interrupts and say like, I don't want a recommendation. I want to do the entrance exam, and the teacher pretty much asks like, why? You're powerful enough. You don't need to take that exam with the. You don't need to take that exams with the rubbish of society. Deku, a little irritated hearing that, is like irritated over that. Basically saying I don't care. I don't want to take a recommendation. I want to get in with my own strength. And the teacher saying whatever, so he doesn't really get a recommendation, and so basically Deku waits for decides to wait for the thing, and let's say hang on, I'll be back, because I just thought of something a little interesting. Alright, fellas, so I've been thinking about something, and I was like, this might be a little interesting. So let's just say after Deku finally leaves school and whatnot. I was gonna say it again. But he leaves school, and Deku decides to go under this bridge, where he sees a giant pile of sludge, a giant pile of sludge grabbing onto somebody. So Deku going in, hero traits kicking in. Deku attacks the sludge, throwing all kinds of stuff, fire, whatnot, burning the sludge or whatever, and turning into a volley of attacks, grabbing the girl, saving her. And as the let's just say the sludge villain, the sludge villain goes in for the attacker or whatever, and Deku dodging it, puts Deku and puts the sludge villain into that, when the Darkstalkers do that their little super special move that the world starts changing or whatever, and it, the opponent is basically like screwed over. So like remember when like Deku would, I'm not Deku, Morgan, let's say Morgan like used like her special move, like I don't know if it's like a special move, I don't know, some overdrive type shit, but that special move where she creates a second version of for herself, or it's either a second version for herself or just Lilith. So yeah, she does that special version of yourself, and in the area goes like it goes crazy, and you can put whatever combos you want. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is unique. That also made Darkstalkers unique. Almost every character had their little special. They had like their own special move and their own like little area of the effect type crazy joint. Where I remember with Morgan has that. Morgan has the freaking with the clone or whatnot. I think Demitri had like a bunch of bats or whatever. Had like a bunch of bats. That BB Hood chick had like where she can like shoot missiles from her basket or like under her skirt or whatever. It's like that was so cool. It was so cool. I don't know if Street Fighter had something like that, but I don't think they did. I could be wrong, but whatever. So Deku puts the sludge villain into something like that, something similar to that. So with him on the side and another version on the other side, and starts putting in the combos or whatever until the combos or whatever. The sludge villain is knocked out, and All Might comes in, and All Might comes in, where the sludge villain is knocked out. It's like he's like, did you do this? And he's like, yes, I did. I'm like, huh, what is your name, kid? It's Deku. And All Might's like, Deku? Hold on, you're Morrigan, am I correct? It's like, yes, it is. It's like, oh, wow. Yes, I met your mother. She's she's quite interesting. On the surface, you might think she's, something else, but when you get to know her, she's a really nice person. She's a really nice person, She's like, yes, she is. Well, thanks. I'm gonna collect this sludge villain and be on my way. Good job with the even though it's legal or whatever, still good job with the saving this girl here. And before the girl can say anything to All Might, All Might already left. And who is this girl am I talking about? Because she's gonna be the ship for our boy Deku. Whoever you was thinking about, you're probably wrong. So you're probably wrong. And the girl I'm talking about is boom, Izuku. Yeah, I just thought of it during the what if. I was like, you know what? That'll be really interesting. So before Izuku over here couldn't, get her chance to say anything to All Might, I'm saying? She's kind of, sad about that. So she seen how, our boy Deku has, seems, extremely powerful. She's, looking at our boy, sort of blushing, I'm saying? She can't really help it because, Deku is a succubus. So, she decides to ask, Deku, going up to him, all timid and, a little timid and, saying, you're her power. It seems amazing. And are you really the, the son of Morgan? Because, she, Zugu's still a big All Might fan, but, she really likes Morgan too. She really likes Morgan too. And, Deku's like basically saying, yeah, I am. I am. It's like, oh, oh wow. So, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, go ahead. Do you think someone like me, quirkless, can be a hero? And because she still gets bullied because she doesn't have a quirk, and freaking Bakugo, still an asshole, still an asshole. Basically with all his bullying, he's like, don't get mad at me. This is Bakugo, not me. basically, basically saying Bakugo, the fucking asshole he is. Basically saying, a quirk, a quirkless loser like you can't do nothing. Shoot, shoot. At this point, the best thing you could probably do is, become a housewife for me. You know, something for me to pound when I get home after I'm pounding those villains. After I'm done pounding those villains, you know, freaking let's just leave the wrong cock shot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's just still a dick, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dick is like, leave you alone, cock shot. It's like, shit, I'll leave you alone after you finish make my sandwich. This is horrible. Bakugo's a fucking asshole. I mean, like, seriously, would really treat Deku any different if he was a girl? Like, would he? I don't think he would. Like, I honestly don't think he would. So, Izuku. Deku thinking about it, basically saying there are many ways of being a hero, but the hero you want to be is something I don't think you'll be able to achieve. Not just powers and all, not just with the powers, because even if you have amazing powers, which I know one of my classmates do, he doesn't really have skills or any type of intelligence at all. Not really. I don't want to judge your intelligence or what skills you have under your belt, but you seem really more of a normal girl than anything. Nah, no offense. And Izuku, a little sad or whatever. Izuku, a little sad and whatever, kind of, tearing up, and Deku seeing that, and for some reason you just I don't. And I'm not even saying that because this is gonna be like the ship. I'm literally saying that, saying Deku, male Deku seemed like the most innocent nigga there is. So imagine, being like a female. It's like, even our, I mean, yeah, Izuku. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, female Izuku. But so imagine, seeing that. I don't think, not even not even the almighty Deku can ignore such sadness. So, Deku decides to come up with a plan and basically says, how about this? How about this? How about I give you this? What if I were to give you power? And Izuku is like, what do you mean? Give me power? That's impossible. And Deku is like, you know, come with me through this alley. You know, Deku decides to go in there, like a dumbass, because that's a major red flag. I mean, she's gonna get something good out of this, you guys. But any younglings out there, young woman or young men or woman or whatever, if some dude just comes to you, is like, come here to this dark alley or whatever, fucking run. Run away. Don't just run. So Izuku goes with Deku, and just nobody can see. Basically asks, like, what are we doing here exactly? What I'm gonna give you power, but only if you accept. Will I become a strong hero, like strong as you? It's like, well, no, I doubt that. You'll be strong, but I don't know if you ever be as strong as me. But that depends. Doesn't really. So it depends on you, really. So do you want this power or not? And she's like, yes, I accept. So, alright. Eyes closed. Huh? Eyes closed now. And, Izuku closes her eyes as Deku goes up. Is like at her, neck, and start kissing it a little, light kissing it. See, making quiver or whatnot a little, because she kinds of like it, but she's a little freaked out because she literally just met this guy. He's already kissing her neck. and let's say he's doing this because he's using his saliva and whatnot to it's similar to like when you get shots and the doctor put the alcohol on your arm and sticks the needle in so it doesn't hurt that bad. That's basically what he's doing to Izuku with his saliva or whatnot, because let's say it's it's sort of his junk is special. So as he doing that and softening up the skin, he takes a bite and pours his blood inside her, some of his blood inside her. Deku doesn't completely understand this sensation. It kind of hurts a little bit, but it feels really, really good. You know what I'm saying? As if you have a scar and your lover and your lover or girlfriend slightly touches it, but it hurts a little, but it feels arousing for some reason. I mean, I guess it's because, it's your lover or whatever. It's a little different. And even though this is literally, she only met this guy, met this guy, you know, like a few minutes ago, it feels like that for her. So, as she, has the blood, his blood is transferring into Izuku, she, eventually faints, and, he decides to, take her home, because, as he was, giving her blood, he was seeing her memories, and she basically see the, abuse she was going through school, especially from some yellow-haired kid named Bakugo. And that sort of pissed off Deku, because I mean, he decides to lay claim. He claimed Izuku. I mean, what can she do? He already marked her ass that he's not a bad guy anyway. He's nice. So yeah, he after seeing her memory, he takes her home. He takes her home, meeting meeting Inko and all, because she's not she's still skinny and whatnot, because she wants to be be a proper lady, and show her daughter that she you don't it's more or less for being a hero. You don't have to be a hero. So seeing is Zuku in the arms of a random boy, it's saying, it's like who are you? What is my daughter? And saying Deku basically is like, Deku, I gave her something she always wanted, power. And Inko's like, what do you mean? It doesn't matter. I'm taking her to take her to her to her room. If you taking her to her room, walking in, and saying, Inko, this is a stranger in the house, and she doesn't really argue about it, because she thinks he's a pretty handsome boy, has succubus, please remember that. So he's gonna have a much easier time with the females, but he really only cares about Izuku. So yeah, as the the power starts seeping in through Izuku, she's awake. She's still awake. Say she's slightly awake. It's like, what's going on? What's gonna happen to me and whatnot? And the deck is like, shh, putting his his lips, his finger to her lips. Saying, it's like, so you have to go to bed now. Let my blood settle. Saying, you moving is not gonna help. So you just go to sleep, and tomorrow we're gonna do a little training. Do you understand? And she's saying, nodding her head yes, as she's getting a little tired. And Deku's like, good. As he, takes a quick peck on the lips to Izuku, as she, blushes and falls asleep. And Deku is like, well, at least this isn't a complete bust. This will be fun. I'm gonna get out of here. So, he flies, back home to, meet his mother and father and all. And, that's, basically where I'm going to end this. Thank you for listening and all. This wasn't supposed to be that long. I was honestly trying to make this, 30 minutes, but I just kept coming up with, different ideas and all, different, all good stuff. And the next What If Tomorrow you're going to get is probably going to be, what's that dude's name? What did I name him? It's probably going to be Karahi Uchiha, part 2 to Karahi Uchiha. So be ready for that, because that's going to be fun. So yeah, thank you for listening, and goodbye, good folks.